Hey, how are you? This is Dr. Farley, and I decided to put the little chipmunk effect on this so that you're not bored. I might pull it in a little bit closer so it gets to be a little bit better, but I think it's kind of funny actually. So today I'm going to be going over with you salt and what's the benefit of salt. And when we think of salt, we think of the white poisonous salt, and then that same white poisonous salt that we put in everything is totally depleted, and it is refined, and they usually maybe possibly throw a little bit of iodine in it. So that's what you're getting. You're getting some sodium chloride and a little bit of iodine. That's about it. If it even has iodine. I just read the other day one of the white salt shakers that I happened to pick up said there's no iodine in it. So why would you use salt? Well, salt provides minerals. So we have macro minerals, micro minerals, trace minerals, ultra trace minerals. If we don't have these, then gradually over a time frame, our whole system shuts down. Our entire brain and body needs to be in an alkaline environment. An alkaline environment comes from proper minerals. So if we're not using salt, and one of the main reasons why we're not using salt, the correct kind of salt, the unrefined salt, is because the medical docs have pushed for years that salt is no good, salt raises your blood pressure, salt is no good, salt is no good. I would agree with this. The white iodized refined salt is absolutely no good. But you also want to know that there's a very small connection to blood pressure and even the in the refined white poisonous salt, we'll call it. Okay? So it doesn't raise the blood pressure dramatically. It's a few points, 5, 6, 7 points. It's almost insignificant. So the refined poisonous salt and blood pressure theory that's out there should really be thrown in the garbage. Again, it's really not true. I personally don't see that at all. What you also want to know is that those 80 minerals from unrefined salt in your food is important for your thyroid gland to work properly, your adrenal gland to work properly, your immune system and detoxification pathways to work properly, and for your entire system to be in an alkaline environment, which is a healthy environment. Let me keep going here. So I want to go over a few more things here and letting you know that the adrenal glands are basically the bottom of your stress response. If you don't have adequate unrefined salt coming in the form of those minerals, then over a time frame, your adrenal glands will not respond properly, which means you will have an abnormal stress response, too high, too low. You'll have, and then when that happens, we see blood sugar issues. Again, too high, too low. We see cholesterol issues. We see blood pressure issues. We see fluid retention and edema issues, and we see toxicity. We also can see issues with your sex hormone imbalances, all from this issue of low salt. You also want to know that when we talk about the unrefined salt, again, you're getting 80 minerals. I mean, dramatic amounts of minerals. The unrefined salt does not contain the iodine. So that's another whole story here, and I have a whole video on iodine. But what you also want to know is that this salt is not only important for proper thyroid function, but it's also important for the adrenals like we just talked about. And another big, huge thing is proper detoxification. Without proper minerals, you cannot clear things. So for instance, bromine is one of the halogens. It's a very toxic substance. Creates all kinds of issues inside of you or inside of me. And how you're going to clear that is with proper chlorine levels from proper salt, so that you're going to release the bromine from the kidneys, and also proper iodine levels so that your cells kick off the bromine and then the kidneys release the bromine. So salt is essential. A great way to think about this is use the unrefined salt. We have the pink Himalayan salt here that we recommend. Use that on everything. I may also want you to be using that, a half a teaspoon, 3/4 of a teaspoon once a day in water would probably be a good thing for just about everybody to do. Half teaspoon, 3/4 of a teaspoon, plus using a lot of it every day in water, slugging it. And if you have other needs that, basically I would tell you some people that they may do half to 3/4 of a teaspoon twice a day. And again, we would determine that. So, but I think in general, using unrefined salt a lot is absolutely a major component to your overall health. And if you wanted to push it even above that a little bit and throwing in like a half a teaspoon in water also is a major player in your overall health. By alkalizing the body, your hair, your nails will get better. Thousands of enzymatic reactions are all dependent upon those minerals, and this will supply those minerals, put your body and your brain in an alkaline environment, which means all the enzymes work, everything works, all of those different biochemical pathways work. You're able to detox heavy metals and pesticides and herbicides. And it's a really important thing to make sure that we have these minerals. These are essential, just like you need oxygen, you need water, you need minerals. So thanks. I hope you found this interesting. Hope you didn't mind my chipmunk face, but I thought I'd add a little bit of a humor here. Thanks. Have a good day.